are considered some of the key selling points of the new Macau compared to, say, the old Macau?
It's a city where we can find easily, in a walking distance, very important historical heritage points with mixed culture, not only one monoculture that happened in many other historical destinations, but East and West culture that really lives together for more than 400 years. And at the same time, we have developed also very strong infrastructures, the best in the world for the entertainment, gaming, but also shopping, but also meetings, conference, and incentives. All these facilities together, I must say, is not easy to find in other city in the world, only Macau.
Getting that listing for UNESCO World Heritage for the historic centre of Macau is a real coup. Aren't there more historic sites in Macau that really deserve to be on that list?
It's not saying that the list is completely inclusive. We are continue to study new areas, and also we try to include in the UNESCO list not only the tangible but also intangible values. That's where some Chinese and Portuguese and Macanese traditions appear and have been proposed to include in UNESCO list also some intangible products. But I agree with you that Macau have many corners, and every time we study more, we research more, we realize that we can reconsider and up-to-date the list.
Do you think Cotai in itself will become a destination pretty much all on its own?
Macau is quite small. The development of Cotai is important, but according to our experience, the people that stay in Cotai, they also want to have a different experience after some period of time. So they can combine the peninsula of Macau, where is the strongest heritage sites. Even though we have some in Koloan, in Taipa, but we have a very, this historical center of Macau is quite unique. I believe that the people can stay in Cotai or vice versa, but also can visit our historical part.
What's your long-term projection for visitor arrivals in Macau?
I foresee with the new facilities, with the new hotel rooms, the people will choose to stay longer in Macau. This is really one of our targets, and you can see that those tourists that stay in the 5-star hotels, average length of stay is already 2 nights. Means the people come to Macau to have some different experience, can say that some luxury experience in life, and this is our target, is make Macau as a city that people come to dream, to have a different opportunity of the experience Macau.
Some critics say that Macau is struggling to adapt and keep up.
Indeed, we face a big challenge because, again, not many other tourism destinations have the growth rate that we have here in Macau. To say that we are 100% prepared to welcome 20 or 30 million, I must say we need really to be alert that our infrastructures must be enlarged and the quality must be one of the priorities.
Do you think sometimes the government works a little bit too slowly? Could it be doing things a little bit more quickly?
We have a lot of challenges, not only the infrastructures but also the human resources. We need really to develop all these infrastructures. We need to have more people in Macau. The number of residents is the one we have, but we don't want to allow import non-residents not qualify, so we need to verify the qualifications, so sometimes it takes some time. I believe that we are living in a transition period.
With all the money that the government is earning from taxation on gaming revenues, do you think they could be even more proactive, more imaginative with their infrastructure projects?
We cannot consider only the money as an important factor for the development. I consider that we need to have a local culture, and we need to have human resources prepared to develop new areas. That's why the government really tried to subsidize new areas like the creative industries, giving the new generations opportunities to expand for the arts and for the creativity. I must say, is quite new. This happened only after the handover. The challenge is the development is too fast, but we need to be very consistent. Means you cannot announce new development if you have not people prepared to manage in a quality way.
What's your role been personally in helping to make Macau what it is today, insofar as being a very successful destination for tourism? What do you think, what role have you played in that success?
I must consider myself a lucky person that work in the right place in the right time. When I start working in tourism office in 87, later acting director 88, we are a few colleagues working together, less than 70. And we grabbed the opportunity to develop some new products, starting at the time creating new events. So we participate since the first year indirectly, and after the second year having the full responsibility for the music festival, for instance. We develop the Dragon Boat race. We become in charge of Macau Grand Prix. We create the fireworks festival. We create the tournament of the Golf Open. So really we realized that we need to create new products in Macau, and the events is one of our priorities. That meanwhile we have the handover. It was the big changes. At that time we have around 7 million visitors. Last year we have more than 28 million. It's a big change. And this happened, of course, because many China decide to open the opportunities for the million Chinese to visit Macau, but also because the new government of Macau, after the handover, also decide a very strategical point to open the opportunities for international companies to invest in the tourism sector, namely in the entertainment and gaming. And this has changed completely. So in terms even of the international visitors, we have last year over 3 million. Can be considered not a large number, but if you consider that our city is less than 600,000, and that 12 years ago, so around the handover, we don't receive more than 500,000 visitors internationally. Also can say that we try to promote our city internationally in not depending exclusively from mainland China. And we really want that the visitors coming to Macau, not only for gambling, entertainment, but we really want to promote our city with different products. That's why we continue to support the big events. We felt that the gastronomy, for instance, is quite important, quite unique, and we support the organizations of meetings, incentives, exhibitions. This is part of our diversification of the tourism activity.
Do you think more could be done to encourage direct flights to some of those key destinations that would help encourage large organizers of those events, make it easier for them to bring their attendees in? Do you think that will make a difference?
Absolutely correct. There are big changes after we opened the possibilities of the new airlines, especially low-cost airlines. Now represents almost 1/3 of our passengers in the airport, and the diversification also of the origins. We try to attract more carriers from different countries. That's why we have 17 offices around the world, try to promote the image of Macau, and they are working very hard in all levels, inclusive try to convince some carriers to fly into Macau. I believe that new routes open, we can increase the number of international visitors to Macau, absolutely.
Surely one of the biggest challenges for the MGTO is promoting Macau as a tourist destination without directly or indirectly promoting the casino industry. Why does the MGTO have that policy of not really mentioning casinos?
I don't mention casinos. We mention all the tourism products, inclusive casinos. That includes in some videos promotion, in some newsletter, in some activities. We invite all the participants of our industry, inclusive entertainment and casinos, to participate in our road shows and our activities. But we think that one part of that makes Macau different is the cultural side, and we try to divide some activities, some areas. I believe that the companies that are in charge of the casino sector, they're doing quite well. They know how to promote the casinos better than us.
What do you think Portuguese miss the most about the old Macau?
The number of the Portuguese residents dropped a lot after the handover. It's normal because the administration, Portuguese administration, change is no more Portuguese administration. I think that a city is quite comfortable. The essential values of the Portuguese culture stays. We have the religion, we have the Portuguese schools, we have the more Portuguese restaurants now than before the handover. I must tell you, we have more restaurants. We have more people learning Portuguese language now than before. Now that a new generation of the Portuguese residents coming again to Macau, many of them, they are students here and left with the families, and now we're coming back after the graduation because it's quite a nice city to live.
Apart from the achievements in tourism, who would you credit the most for making Macau what it is today? Is it someone like Steve Wynn with his eye for detail, or Sheldon Adelson with his vision for Cotai Strip, or is it someone like Stanley Ho?
And I mentioned the new investments or the old investments. We need really to pay tribute to Dr. Stanley Ho for his vision when he invested in Macau, creating the new infrastructures that really makes Macau an international city, and create the platform for the new government, open the policy for the new investment. Macau needs to grow, needs to have more residents, and more people working in Macau. But my wish is we need to keep our sense of belonging. Means the residents of Macau must continue to have the sense of belonging of the city, must have continuous harmony, interaction. One of the part of the good work in tourism is the relationship among the different partners, the government and the private sector. We have continuous cooperation. We know each other. We trust each other. And this is important. Tourism is an industry where the relationship, the trust among people is essential. And this makes Macau also different from other tourism destinations. I really wish that in the future growth of Macau, the new generation continue to be motivated that the essential values of life is not only the money, is the family, is the culture, is the friendship, and the sense of belonging of Macau. This is indeed what will do Macau different for the future.
Knowing what you now know, is there anything that you would have done differently in all your years as director of MGTO?
I consider myself a lucky person that during these almost 25 years I am in the position, the good cooperation from my superiors and also the good cooperation with my colleagues and industry. Of course, if you ask me if we can do better, of course we can do better. Depends on many circumstances. I mentioned to you that at the present time we have some visions of some actions or some projects that is quite difficult to develop in the present moment because of the human resources. But it's not only our office, it's all the society of Macau try to have the best human resources to develop projects because we are in transition period. But I believe in some years this situation will change and we can achieve and continue to develop the sector. I believe so.
Nearly 25 years in the job. What next?
I must say every day when I come to the office, I have always the same feeling, is what's new. I don't accept any answer saying that I'm doing this because I used to do. We are doing this because it's the best solution for the moment. And you need to be informed. We need to know exactly what is happening around the world. Especially now the world changed so much with the new technologies, with the new Facebooks and the other communication systems. We need to be completely online all the time. And you need to really demand from our colleagues the same position. Means we cannot be satisfied. We cannot say that, oh, I did this, it was great. It was great, but tomorrow other things will come. Other people come to visit us. What we prepared yesterday is done. The visitors pass. We need really to create a new attraction. We need to create a new reason for the repeaters, visitors. And I must say, as a background of engineer, I like to have immediate, medium, and long-term plan. But we need to be ready every morning to scrap the plan, start again if the situation change. We cannot be rigid. We need to be flexible. And this is the motivation that every team must have, is the future, start now, and you need to prepare for the changes. This is what I have in mind, and I hope that in the future my team continue.